The endless war on terror in South Asia, with Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iran, the United States, Great Britain, Russia, India, France, Germany, Spain, all players, must seem like a senseless maze to the people forced to live with random violence in our time. In the United States, too many Americans have emotional yet uninformed responses. Either kill our enemies before they kill us, or get out of Afghanistan now. The history of this region is more important than ever to study, as the daily headlines inflame both sides without leading to solutions. For example, during Queen Victoria's reign in the 1890s, the British Empire made a colossal mistake, which remains a root cause of the instability in South Asia to this day. After losing 2 wars against the Afghans and knowing they would never actually conquer Afghanistan as a colony, the British carved a deep scar across Asia that has never healed when the Durand Line Agreement was drawn up in 1893, supposedly to limit British, Afghan, and Russian spheres of influence. You can see this line on the map in red. The line was drawn through the entire 1,600-mile Hindu Kush mountain range of Afghanistan and the sovereign nation of Baluchistan.
Our land is a land of death. In that beautiful land, in those high mountains, instead of songs of happiness and lively melodies, death sounds its voice.
This line effectively cut through the tribal areas which were principally Pashtun, handing over traditional Afghan territory to British India. This land would later become part of Pakistan. To avoid sinking further into the morass of Durand repercussions, we recall the statement of Afghan President Hamid Karzai, who referred to the Durand Line as a line of hatred that raised a wall between 2 brothers. Since the partition of India and Pakistan in 1947, the Soviet war in Afghanistan from 1979 to 1989, the Afghan Civil War of 1992 to 1994, the Taliban takeover in 1996, the U.S.-NATO bombings of the Taliban in 2001, and now the new resurgent Taliban threat against an occupying force of U.S. and NATO troops. The government of Pakistan has always stood by the Durand Line Agreement, while Afghanistan has rejected it as invalid.
This river is a demarcation between Afghanistan and Pakistan. They should have been at the other end of the bridge, but they came on this way.
The issues are so complex if one takes the time to engage in battle with all the beasts in this labyrinth. There is one big difference between a labyrinth and a maze. A labyrinth is an ancient spiral path with the purpose of focusing thought, with a destination at the center where one can stop and perhaps find peace. With a maze, there are many blind paths leading to dead ends, one way out perhaps, but always the sense of being tricked, of having no exit. Let us hope that with some thoughtful, deliberate review of all that's gone before in South Asia, we will successfully navigate the labyrinth in this volatile time.